NBC4 News starts with breaking news.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Annabelle Sedano. We are breaking in with breaking news right now in Westwood, where a car crashed into the 99 Ranch supermarket on Westwood Boulevard. We are just getting word right now 2 people have died in this terrible accident. NBC4's Julia Dang is live in News Chopper 4. Julia, just hearing that news right now, 2 people dead, and I know many others are injured. What are you hearing?
Annabelle, it is hard to describe what we're seeing from overhead. Let me widen out here and just show you this massive response. LA City Fire Department on scene, LAPD as well. We're hearing at least 7 people were hurt or killed in this crash. You just mentioned, we got that update, 2 people confirmed dead. You can see the back of this vehicle. It went clear into the first floor of 99th Ranch Market. It's right under that bakery sign. And the patients, the injured patients in this crash, their condition is at least serious, meaning serious or critical at this point. This happened within the last half hour. We do not know what led to this crash, but the fire department is now saying a number of those patients may have actually been injured before this car went into this building, meaning they may have been pedestrians walking around in the area. We don't know who they are. We do not have any patient information. I'm going to widen out here and actually move away from this scene as medics move those stretchers closer to the scene of the crash. But again, Annabelle, this is a major artery. Westwood Boulevard, this is going to be just south of Wilshire, a little bit east of the 405. This will be shut down for quite some time. A good alternate you can take to go north-south right now is going to be Veteran Avenue.
Julia, how close is this to UCLA?
It is within easy walking distance of UCLA, Annabelle. This is just blocks south of the UCLA campus. And that's why getting that update from the fire department saying that some of these 7 patients may have been struck and injured before this car went into the building. That's incredibly concerning because they could have been pedestrians. They could have been UCLA students walking around campus.
Julia, what do we know about the driver, if anything, right now? I know we are just getting this information right now, but are you hearing anything about that driver?
We are not. We also do not know, Annabelle, if that driver had any passengers in the car. I can just tell you this is a massive scene right here. About a dozen firefighters outside of this 99th Ranch Market on Westwood Boulevard. And you can see them right now taking mangled pieces of that vehicle out of this grocery store. You can see the vehicle, the back of it. The entire car is inside this store.
Julia, this is a massive response, so we know that this is so serious. Again, if anybody is just tuning in, we are hearing that 2 people are confirmed dead in this terrible accident in which a vehicle went into this grocery store, and at least 7 people injured. And hearing these conditions, Julia, are serious or critical.
That's correct. At least serious condition. We have not seen any patients being loaded into ambulances here, so I think the medics on scene made quick work of that. They're probably on their way to nearby hospitals already. I can tell you we're not seeing any air transports. We're not seeing any helicopters in the air having to airlift people. That could be a good sign. That typically tells us the injuries are not very severe. But as I widen out here, I do want to move away from the immediate scene because you can see those white sheets. You can see where at least one of the fatality victims is still in the roadway, and that's quite a distance from the front of the 99 Branch Market store where the vehicle went into the building. So again, law enforcement now saying a number of those patients may have been struck before the car went into the front of this building.
Julia, you mentioned that Westwood Boulevard, this is on Westwood Boulevard, a major thoroughfare, especially for anybody who goes to UCLA, who lives around that area. What are the alternate routes here for anybody who's in that area?
Veteran Avenue is going to be your best bet. You can see these cars, I think, headed that way. Again, this is going to be on Westwood Boulevard, just steps south of Wilshire Boulevard, a little bit east of the 405, and just south of the UCLA campus. As I widen out here, you might be able to see the southern edge of campus. This is a very walkable area, frequented by students. And again, we do not know who those patients, who those victims in this horrible crash are at this point. This happened within the last half hour.
You know, and our viewers should know that our assignment desk is working vigorously right now to try and gather more information. We, like Julia mentioned, we don't know much as far as the people who are injured. We don't know if they are students or if they were just pedestrians walking by there. And we also don't have any word yet as to the driver, whether that driver was by himself or herself in that vehicle, or if you know, what the condition may have been there. But we do know that 2 people as of right now are confirmed dead, and we don't have any information as to who those 2 people are. We are monitoring the situation, but for anybody who is around that area, I mean, take a look. Julia mentioned it, well over a dozen emergency vehicles out there, law enforcement, firefighters, all taking care of that scene. And Julia mentioned Westwood Boulevard is currently blocked off. Veteran is going to be your best bet at this point. Julia, this is tough, especially for anybody who lives around here or who is a student and who frequents this store. Want to get to Lindsay Lance. She's with the LA Fire Department. Lindsay, thank you very much for joining us. Lindsay? All right, we are going to try to connect again with Lindsay from the LA Fire Department. Once we get a connection with her, we will talk to her about what she knows, the latest information about that situation going on right there that you see on camera on Westwood Boulevard. Lindsay, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Annabelle.
Lindsay, thank you very much for joining us. What do we know so far about this incident? We're hearing 2 people confirmed dead.
Yeah, I actually have an update for you there. Sadly, we have now confirmed 3 people determined deceased on scene, and we have 7 others that have been identified in varying levels of distress who will be transported to the hospital.
What do we know about these 3 people who died, Lindsay? Are they students? Were they inside the store?
Unfortunately, we don't have circumstances clarified yet, and we do not have demographics either. We know it's important to folks watching this on TV who are thinking they may have loved ones in that area to get these victims identified, at least demographically, as soon as possible. So we are working on that.
Lindsay, what do we know about the driver?
Annabelle, we don't have a lot of information on the driver yet. I am not able to confirm for you if the driver is in fact one of those 10 total patients. A lot of times when we see incidents like this, we are talking about a medical event for a driver prior to the larger incident, but that is all still to be investigated, and we'll get information on whether that driver is one of these victims as well as soon as we can.
As of right now, do we know, I mean, is anybody else in that store, or has everybody been taken out?
I don't have specifics. I know I can tell you when we first arrived, we had several people trapped under the car. Those people were quickly extricated and triaged. At this point, I cannot confirm one way or the other if we still have victims inside, but our incident commander has clarified that we do not need any further rescues at this point, so we feel pretty confident in that number of 10 total patients who are being transported right now.
Lindsay, what do we know about the vehicle? What kind of car was it? Any word as to whether or not it may have been speeding at the time?
We don't know. Those are going to be questions for LAPD. We do know it's a small sedan type car, silver in color, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of other information confirmed right now.
The 7 people who are injured, have any of them been taken to the hospital? What do we know about them?
We have. Yeah, we don't, again, have demographics on them, but we do have rescues currently en route to the hospital. As you can see, we have our triage mats laid out, which are different colored tarps that help us sort, really, victims in varying levels of distress. So the most immediate patients who we know that we can help and attend to are taken first and prioritized to get off scene. And then as we work our way towards more minorly injured patients, those will be the last rescues that go.
Lindsay, anybody who's watching this at this time, and have children who go to UCLA or just anybody who goes to this store, what do you want the viewers to know at this point who are concerned?
We are working to get these victims at least initial information out. We know how hard it is to see an incident like this, especially on the TV screen. Know that you may have a loved one in that area and just not be able to get information. So I'm going to go and get an update as quickly as I can here. We're hoping to get genders and ages, at least, of these victims and help those who are watching to figure out if they need to if they can stop worrying or if they need to get in touch with their loved ones if they're concerned that they may have been in this area.
There are a lot of emergency vehicles out there right now. I mean, we can expect this to be closed down for hours now.
I would say so, yes. As you can see, too, we have our partners at LAPD. They help us do everything from traffic control to very serious investigation here. They're going to be helping us to identify victims along with the Los Angeles County medical examiner, as well as, trying to piece together these circumstances in terms of what happened prior to this collision. As we were on our way to scene, one of our apparatus did identify an injured bicyclist who had apparently been struck prior to the vehicle coming to rest at this address. So we do think that this may be a larger scene than we're just seeing here on our screens.
All right. Lindsay Lands with the LA Fire Department, want to thank you so much for helping us out and giving us that information that we want to relay to our viewers. So we appreciate your time. For anybody who is just tuning in, you are looking at a terrible scene there in Westwood, the 99 Grocery Ranch supermarket. A driver drove through that supermarket. We know as of right now, 10 victims. 3 people are confirmed dead. 7 others are injured. They are en route to a hospital. Our Keenan Willard is heading to that scene. We, of course, will continue to monitor that situation, stay on top of it, and bring you the latest here at 3. Thank you for watching.